Hey, it's Sunscorp11 with more of my Fairycore and Xenoblade inspired Animal Crossing island of Letheria. Today I'll be showing another updated area, the Sylvalum Hylal Meadow, or Hilal Meadow, or I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it, but based on the area of the same name from Xenoblade Chronicles X in Sylvalum. So I was able to do a lot with this. Not really changed too much, but just replacing the mush lamps. I still got some mush lamps with the new glowing moss items. They were just absolutely perfect for this area. So first we got a little bit of it over here. I also extended this road as kind of a different part of the island and just goes through here. So I'll be showing that again when I do the main street area. And I've got this sign that I made. Because Sylvalum is an area with a lot of height, I think maybe it'll be better to see this from first-person view. This gives it more of the look that it's supposed to have. I should probably replace the last mush lamps with more glowing moss balloons, but I kind of like having both of them in there. So the mush lamps and the glowing moss balloons are meant to be the big glowing trees in Sylvalum, the big orb tree things, whatever they're supposed to be called. Don't think they actually give a proper name for them in universe. Then the glowing moss stools are meant to be the glowing orb trees that are on the ground. They haven't come out of the ground yet. I don't know how they're supposed to be. It's a lot of environmental storytelling in Xenoblade X, like Breath of the Wild, so it's kind of just figuring things out on your own how they're supposed to be. So I assume it's that they're trees that haven't grown out of the ground yet. They start as just orbs in the ground. So it got all the white flowers meant to be the spore plants that are all over the place in Sylvalum, with a little variety of the orange and green plants that pop up. And I also used both hyacinths, or is it hyacinths, and mums to give more variety looking. So it's not all uniform. Makes it look a bit more natural that way. Got mush stools to be the just big mushrooms all around the ground. So originally I was using humidifiers for the orbs on the ground too, but since those are all green, and then there's also the purple ones, but there's no purple customization option for glowing moss items, so I had to keep that humidifier around to have the purple glowing orbs, because they're purple during the day and then green at night. But then there's some that are those field skill interaction ones, where they remain purple at all times because they're not healthy or something. Then again, we've got a little more over here. And since I've only shown this one little area, I'll also show some of the beach boardwalk. But this is absolutely one of my favorite areas on the island because of the whole vibe that it has. I should probably, I'll definitely go and replace the mush lamps with more glowing moss balloons eventually, because they look a lot better than the mush lamps. Now for the beach boardwalk area, I've updated this quite a bit also. I've widened this area. That was more for the sake of cleanup to reduce lag. And over here, I've added in another house. So I added another house mainly for the sake of storing lots of themes that I can't store in my second house already, so I needed a third house. So this one I'll be making into a restaurant. I haven't made the main room yet, but I've put some of the other rooms in there, which is I've moved the wedding chapel into here so that I can make space for more forest rooms in the other house. Then we've got, well, I've also have some items that I left out to transfer into that house, so ignore those. Then we've got this whole general kind of boardwalk restaurant area. And as mentioned, the main room of this house is going to be turned into a restaurant eventually. I haven't actually put most of the items in there yet, though. And that's because I'm turning the other house into a hospital, so I needed the space. I need to move stuff into another house. And then I've updated the area along the beach boardwalk. I've added more houses, more makeshift houses. And just generally cleaned up this whole area. It used to be that the boardwalk went along the whole thing, and there wasn't really much beach. So now I've got more beach, and I've got another road going out of the island meant to look like it's leading off to a bridge going off the island. So that's it for these areas. Next up will probably be the residential areas. I think, or maybe I'll do a few others first so that I can wait until the snow is gone to do the residential areas. I mean, when this is being uploaded, the snow is already gone, but as you can see, I'm still recording it in January, so I think I'll wait a bit. Then, if the residential areas, when you can see the roofs better. So if you watch the end, then comment Blossom Dance down below to let me know. And see you next time!